So first thing, Scratch is a little bit more difficult at times than Python because we're trying to find the correct blocks. In Python, once you know how to do something, you can type it out. Scratch, once you know where the blocks are, you might be able to find them easier. So the first thing I want to mention is this guy, his name's Scratch the Cat, this guy on the screen over here. If you ever click on a different sprite or like accidentally delete him, you can click on edit and then restore sprite and he's back. But let's say I don't want him. Let's say I don't like him and I want to delete him. I can click on that trash can right there and get rid of him. And let's say I wanted to upload a picture from online, right? Let's find, if I want to upload a picture from online, I click upload sprite, but I'm not going to waste time and try and find a picture. Let's choose, I don't know, this bear here, right? And I'm going to write him code. Let's say he's in charge of the calculator project. I'm going to click on events. I'm going to drag the green flag because when the green flag's click, that's when all the things happen in this program. Okay. So from here, once the green flag is clicked, I have to welcome the user. I'm just going to say, welcome to my gradebook calculator. Say gradebook calculator. And then in order to ask a question, the input function in Python is the same as ask. So I'm going to say enter a grade. And then whatever grade they enter, I want to store it in a variable. So I'm going to create a variable called grade1. And also planning for the future, I'm going to make a variable called grade2. Make a variable called grade3, 4, and 5. Also thinking about the future, I'm going to make a variable called total, which totals all my grades together. And I'm also going to create a grade called final grade, a variable called final grade. Now, one thing to note, you see all these like blue check marks over there? If I click them, that makes them disappear. Not delete them, it just makes them so the user can't see them. They're behind the scenes. And that's how I typically prefer creating them, but you can do whatever you want. All right, then I'm going to set grade1 to whatever the user typed in, all under sensing. See, ask what's your name and wait, and then there's this answer thing. So whatever the user typed in, I'm going to store as grade1. I'm then going to click on the ask, right click on it, and click duplicate. And then right click on it again, say duplicate. All the way until I have 5 of them. Now, what I have to do is, instead of setting grade1, then I set grade2, set grade3, set grade4, and set grade5. Okay, so after each one of the grades, grade1, grade2, grade3, grade4, grade5, the same code as we wrote in Python, we want to set the total grade variable. We want to set the total to all the grades added up. The mathematical operators are located under the green operators drawer. And I'm going to add all these together. So maybe I just keep on clicking and dragging and dropping them inside. I'm going to add all of these up. And what do I put in here? Well, I click on variables, and those are where all my grades are. So I can drag each one. Grade1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, that totals all the grades. So let's say you got 10 out of 10 on all the grades, then you get a 100. So now we are going to set final grade. We're going to have to divide and then multiply. Okay. So the first thing it's going to be is you take the total grade, divide it by 50, because that would be the max. If you get a 50 out of 50, that would be actually a 1. 50 divided by 50 equals 1. So then you have to multiply it by 100. Once I've done all of that, I can then present it back to the user and say, maybe I use the join operator down here. Notice everything is color coordinated. I could say your final grade is, and then I go to variables and drag out final grade. So let me step through all of this real quick before running it for the first time. It says when the green flag's clicked, the event happens, it fires, and it says, say, welcome to my gradebook calculator for 2 seconds. You can make it say it for 20 seconds if you wanted. That'd be dumb, but 2 seconds. Then enter a grade. Whatever grade that user enters gets stored as grade 1. The same goes for grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, and grade 5. Then we set the total to all the grades added up, grade 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like we did in Python. Then we set the final grade equal to whatever the total was divided by, make sure that this block is right here. If you do total divided by 50 times 100, that will be whatever the total was divided by 5,000, and that would not be right. So make sure your blocks look like that. And at the very end, let's say your final grade. So this bear says, welcome to my gradebook calculator, enter a grade 10. Enter a grade 10. Let's say you got a 9 thrown in, an 8 maybe, and end with a 10. So your final grade is a 94. And that's how you would complete the gradebook calculator project.